I'm tired. She spoke out to no one in particular. Wasn't looking for a response. She slapped her knees and shook her head. Silently wished she could have stayed in bed. She wanted to avoid the world at all costs, but knew her bills wouldn't pay themselves. Into her place of employment she walked with her head held high. And as bright as the 4 o'clock sun, she smiled. No one knew her inner turmoil, 'cause nosy, fake co-workers weren't her style. Not that she didn't want to confide in someone, but she didn't want anyone looking down on her. She wasn't proud, but she had always been independent. She asked no one for help, not even her mother. And well, that's a whole nother story. She'll have to tell you that herself. I'm just here to tell you this story. See, she stayed to herself, but was pleasant to everyone, even the bipolar chick across the way. She kept a mumble prayer tucked away under her tongue, careful not to spill her trials and tribulations to the mother of the office. Careful to not draw attention to herself. Didn't want anyone to notice the slight frown she wore when no one was around. She sung tunes to try to uplift and keep herself encouraged. I have been crying, I've been down for so long, I've been praying for an end to the storm. I've been faithful to His perfect will. Oh, I'm so grateful that He's with me still, but I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for change. This situation has got to be rearranged. Sunday mornings were hard. She wanted to go into the church, but was feeling some kind of way. Wanted to be free from her situation, needed her breakthrough right now. She knew deep down that she would make it through, but as of the moment, she didn't see how. Late rent notices on her front door. Couldn't answer her phone if an unknown number popped up. Deleted voicemails as soon as the automated recording would start. Didn't need anyone reminding her of what she didn't have. Unopened envelopes were her constant reminder of what was due. And while the sight of them surely didn't help her mood, she sipped her coffee and had a small bite of her English muffin, then decided it best to continue being obedient, so she went into her bedroom, showered, put on a black dress, no makeup, and off she went. She was late, as usual. Hard to get motivated these days. Parking lot full. Where in the world is a parking space? She parked, walks in, and now on to the hard part, finding a seat. One more song before the pastor begins to preach, and out of nowhere she is called up for a solo to sing. Her soul is weary, her eyes well up, and the tears begin to sting. Takes a breath and begins. I have been crying, I've been down for so long, I've been praying for an end to the storm. I've been faithful to His perfect will. Oh, I'm so grateful that He's with me still, but I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for change. This situation has got to be rearranged. She began to feel His spirit as tears burned her cheeks. Her hands lifted up and she started to move her feet. She could feel the depression being lifted off. There was no denying that her God was working. People watched on as she went up and down the aisle shouting, and she could care less what anyone was thinking. She finally had the peace for which she had been praying. Her breakthrough was close. She could feel it. It hadn't come into fruition yet, but it was coming. She knew it. Her message she received loud and clear. God hadn't left her, and her prayers He did hear. Despite wanting to throw in the towel, she stayed the course, and He was rewarding her and consoling her for sure. She had kept her mustard seed of faith, and she encourages you to do the same. See, God is faithful, and just like He did it for her, He'll give you a brand new song to sing.